What if the hardest things in your life actually made sense? And what if you could understand them in a deeply meaningful and helpful way? Hi, welcome to Feel the Love from Above. I'm Linda Dolan, an Akashic Record practitioner and author, and on this channel I'll talk about soul journeys and give you easy ways to tap into divine guidance. And today I'm excited to talk about the Akashic Records, and not just what they are, but what they have to offer you and how they can bring you clarity, understanding, healing, and even a sense of peace you may not even think is possible. I discovered energy healing, starting with EFT tapping, after I retired from a long career in social service, basically as a social worker, addictions counselor, and a director of a large senior center. It really changed my life, especially what happened in December of 2020. It was COVID and Christmas time, and it was for the first time, my husband Jim and I would be spending the holidays by ourselves, missing our children and our grandchildren, and also missing a holiday tradition that we had of giving ourselves an experience, like a Broadway play or the trip to the comedy shop, which we couldn't do that year. But my friend had a suggestion that we give each other soul realignments. And although we didn't know really what that was, that's exactly what we did a couple days later after Christmas. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know it was connected with the Akashic Records, and I didn't even really know what the Akashic Records were. But what I experienced in that hour session was extraordinary. I felt like the practitioner was looking into my soul and knew everything about me. She shared insights about my life and my purpose and helped me understand my difficulties in a really different way. Things I had struggled with for all my life, over 60 years at that point, began to make sense. I could see that there was a deeper purpose in my life. And what I had seen as flaws, things I had criticized and judged myself about, I learned that those were actually soul gifts that I meant to share with the world, and it's how I'm designed to be. I kind of went from saying, how long do I have to stay here? Life is hard, to saying, I get to be here a while longer, and I've got a lot I want to do, and I was filled with joy and excitement and hope for the future. That session felt more like remembering who I was and what I meant to be doing. And that's the power of the Akashic Records. They don't just give you information. They help you know yourself and understand your life in a totally different way. They can also help you understand what might be getting in your way, because sometimes those things have deeper roots. And that's what happened to a client who was afraid of large bodies of water, which made no sense to her because nothing happened in her lifetime to make her fear water. But what the Akashic Records revealed was, in a past life, as a child, her father was a fisherman. And one day he went out to work and he never returned. And that was a deep wound in that lifetime that she didn't heal. So in this lifetime, it reappeared, giving her a chance to resolve that trauma. And that's what she did. She never, in her wildest dreams, thought that she'd be sitting on a beach enjoying the lake with her family, but that's exactly what happened. Because the Akashic Records can help us heal wounds that we're not even aware of. They can also help us change painful patterns. And for me, my pattern was I always put everyone's needs ahead of my own. It's really exhausting to live like that. And that pattern affected me physically through illness. I had all kinds of crazy illnesses, spinal meningitis and migraines and lung disease and cancer. And it affected me emotionally too. I experienced depression. And of course, it affected me mentally and spiritually as well. But in the records, I found out that this pattern didn't start with me. It's actually ancestral. I learned it from my mother. My mother learned it from her mother, and on and on and on. And the records revealed that I could change it. This pattern could end with me. Am I perfect at it? No, not by a long shot. It's the beginning of the journey. I'm learning and I'm making progress, and it is enough. I want this pattern to end with me, and I see it happening. My daughters are teaching their children to honor their feelings, to know what they need, and to fill their well. And what could be better than that? I am so, so grateful and proud of my children too. So what actually are the Akashic Records? I like to think of them as an energetic database of a soul's journey, their past, their present, and even future possibilities based on what choices you're making right now. They're a field filled with useful information that can help you with insight and understanding and even healing. I think of them as my spiritual GPS, always guiding me to my highest path and purpose. They're not new at all, but more and more people are discovering them now. And the great news is, you don't have to be a psychic or a medium to be able to access them, because they're not a psychic modality, they're a spiritual modality available to each and every one of us. It's your birthright to access the Akashic Records, and you can learn to do it. I'm going to have a video coming up soon of some of the simple ways to get you started. You know, one of my absolute favorite things about the Akashic Records is the energy. So let me tell you a little bit about what it feels like to be in the Akashic Records. The records are a bridge to the divine, where only love, peace, understanding, and compassion exist. To be in this place where you are known and loved unconditionally is everything. And you may bring shame or fear into the records with you, but you won't be leaving with it. Everything that is revealed for you is in your highest good. Imagine being able to see the deeper reason for something you're experiencing. What question would you ask in the Akashic Records? What is it that you need today? Many come to the records for clarity about relationships, a health condition, or even what their purpose in life is. Or maybe you're looking for emotional healing. The records aren't just about information. They are the most powerful healing modality that I've ever experienced. Or maybe you need some support. Maybe you're at a crossroads and have a difficult decision. They can help you weigh the pros and cons and show you possibility. Now, they will never, ever, ever tell you what to do because you have free will on the other side and here. But what they offer you is support, insight, and clarity. And they can help you see your life from a higher view, a different angle. So just know the records can help you with that and so much more. If you're curious about the Akashic Records, I'd love to connect with you. I offer complimentary discovery sessions on my website, lindamdolan.com, to see if this is a good match for you at this time in your life. And maybe the next time you find yourself saying, "Why is this happening to me?" you'll remember that there might be a deeper reason, and the Akashic Records can help you find it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so you won't miss the next one. And through it all, please just remember, you are never alone. You have a divine support system, angels and guides, loved ones on the other side, and others that are walking this lifetime with you, that are always available to guide you. But very often, they're just waiting for the invitation.